This is The Scoop for Tuesday.
I'm Josh Holton with the WMNF News headlines. Florida lawmakers have taken the first steps to reverse a 2023 decision to make schools start later. Tristan Wood reports.
Lawmakers cited children needing more sleep as the main reason for supporting a bill 2 years ago that would require middle school start no earlier than 8 a.m. and high schools no earlier than 8:30 a.m. The change was expected to kick in by 2026. But after hearing feedback from local school boards, Fleming Island Republican Senator Jennifer Bradley wants to repeal the rule. She has a bill to give control of start times back to counties.
Every county has different geographic needs, different road patterns. Your school schedule is sort of the rhythm of the community, and no two counties are exactly the same.
Bradley says she's heard from schools worried about increased costs for busing, as well as worries about the later start times harming after-school activities and increasing child care costs for parents. I'm Tristan Wood.
A Senate analysis said the average start time for Florida high schools is 7:45 a.m. A bill filed in the legislature would change the name of an iconic road with a nearly 100-year history. WMNF's Chris Young reports one historian says a name change might chip away a piece of Florida history.
Republican Sarasota Senator Joe Gruters filed SB 1058 to change Tamiami Trail, which runs from Tampa to Miami, to Gulf of America Trail. But James M. Denham, a history professor at Florida Southern College, says a name change may lead to a loss of history.
Wiping out almost 100 years of a name, which of course symbolizes some of the early history of Florida, is I think something that ought to give leaders pause.
Tamiami Trail opened in 1928 and was the main way for people to get from Tampa to Miami and back until I-75 came years later.
It is really one of the great engineering feats in American history, and I would say not just Florida history, but American history.
The bill would also require schools and state agencies to update materials to reflect the name of Gulf of America. It comes amidst a larger name change movement. In Citrus County, commissioners recently discussed renaming the Cross Florida Barge Canal to the American Freedom Canal. Senator Gruters did not respond to WMNF's request for comment. Chris Young, WMNF News.
Two consumer groups are challenging the Tampa Electric Company's rate hikes, which went into effect in January. They filed notice yesterday, and they'll ask the Florida Supreme Court to review regulators' approval of the rate plan. Margie Menzel has more.
Meanwhile, the Florida Office of Public Counsel, which represents consumers, is asking the Florida Public Service Commission to reconsider an order issued last month that gave final approval to the plan. In December, the Regulatory Commission approved a nearly $185 million base rate increase for Tampa Electric in 2025, followed by more increases over the following 2 years. But separately, the Office of Public Counsel on February 18th asked the Commission to reconsider the approval. Tampa Electric last week argued that the motion for reconsideration should be rejected. I'm Margie Menzel.
Base rates make up a major part of consumers' monthly electric bills, and rate cases play out over months and involve voluminous amounts of information. Other parts of customers' bills include such expenses as power plant fuel. Florida lawmakers will start the annual legislative session today, which will include considering hundreds of bills. Those include revising the ballot initiative process, providing more money for the My Safe Florida Home Hardening Program, offering aid to farmers and homeowners who sustained hurricane damage last year, and addressing rising costs for condominium owners. The condominium issue might be one that's toughest to solve. Lawmakers placed additional requirements on condominium associations after the 2021 collapse of the Champlain Towers South building in Surfside that killed 98 people. Those requirements, which involve such things as inspections and financial reserves, have increased costs, says Governor Ron DeSantis.
Someone bought into one of these, they've been there for 20, 30 years, maybe they're on fixed income. Can they afford a crippling assessment right now? And I think for some people, the answer is probably no.
An initial law passed in 2022 and was tweaked in 2023. Legislative leaders, including Senate President Ben Albritton, say the issue will be dealt with again this year.
You never know when a new idea that's better than the last idea is going to pop up. And what I would say to you is that we're searching for those ideas right now.
And the legislative session will last for 60 days. Today will be warm and cloudy with highs in the lower 80s, cloudy skies tonight and overnight lows in the upper 60s. Thunderstorms expected tomorrow with highs in the mid-70s. I'm Josh Holton with the WMNF News headlines.
This is The Scoop, recorded at WMNF Tampa.